Technology for teaching and learning too. Hello everyone, good afternoon. For this afternoon, we will be having a lecture discussion about the ICT policies and safety issues in teaching and learning. Second, we have safety issues in ICT, TEPED related policies in ICT, and SHED related policies. But before anything else, let me first introduce to you the reporters for this afternoon. So the first reporter would be Mr. Eric Avisado, Miss Ana Laurin, followed by me. I am Angeline Loria, and the last reporter would be Maria Shelo, Portugal. So are you now ready to listen? So let's get started.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Eric Abisado. I am the first reporter of the Group 3. So, the topic assigned to us is the policies, ICT policies, and safety issues in teaching and learning. So, the Oxford English Dictionary has defined policy is a course of action adopted and pursued by the government, party ruler, and statesman. This includes the principle and guidelines in the use of ICT, which covers the main areas of the telecommunication, which is the telephone, broadcasting, the radio and the television, and the internet. So these are the new ICT technologies. So first one is we have the information technology. So information technology is the use of any computers, any devices, networking, and process to create, to store, secure, and exchange all forms of electronic data. Also, information technology is a broad professional category covering function including building communications network, safeguarding data and information, and troubleshooting computer problems. The next one is the telecommunication technology. So, telecommunication technology is a general term that encompasses communication technology. It refers to the distance communication such as radio, telephone, data communication, or any technology that we use to communicate far away from us. So the next one is the networking technology. So network technology involves the use of data system to manage and deliver digital resources over a computer network. So on the next slides, these are the issues on ICT and Internet Policy Regulation. So there are 4 issues. The first issue is freedom of expression and censorship. So freedom of expression. Everyone has the right to freedom of expression. This right shall include freedom to hold opinions and receive and impart information and ideas. But what makes it an issue? Yun yung kapag yung pinagsasabi mo sa internet or yung mga pinupost mo sa internet can ruin someone's life or dignity. Kumbaga yung opinion mo ay unnecessary pa na ibahagi mo. So the next issue is the privacy and security. So di ba our account on Facebook have password, also our Google account, lahat ng account actually. But we all know that even though may password yan, ay hindi pa rin safe kasi may mga tao na sobrang skillful when it comes to hacking an account. So the third issue is the surveillance and data retention. So surveillance and data retention, based on my research, we can prevent data retention and surveillance by keeping our data under lock and key. Encrypt your mobile phone, computer, or whatever device you have. Dapat patayin mo yung Wi-Fi or Bluetooth kung hindi mo naman ginagamit. So the fourth issue is the e-pollutants from e-waste. So e-waste contains toxic components that are dangerous to human health, such as mercury, lead, cadmium, yung mga elements na 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 pwede mo pagkunan ng sakit. Yung mga elements po yan na nakukuha, yung mga elements na binanggit ko po ay nakukuha or galing sa e-waste. It is dangerous. The negative health effects of these toxins on human include brain, heart, liver, kidney, and skeletal system damage. So to prevent e-pollutants, you need to first reevaluate. So reevaluate your gadget. Kailangan mo ba talaga ng maraming gadget? Hindi naman, 'di ba? So dapat find one device with multiple function. So next one is extend the life of your electronics. Alagaan mo para hindi masira at hindi ka iwan. Avoid overcharging the battery kasi pangit pag sumusobra na. So next you need to do is buy environmentally friendly electronics. Look for product na labeled. Wag doon sa hindi sure kasi masasaktan ka lang. Akala mo tunay, fake pala. So pwede mo ring i-donate donate used electronics to social programs. Pwede ding i-recycle. So next is these are the implication to teaching and learning. So first, guide the teacher on what they should teach and relate to ICT and how to teach it. So we are more knowledgeable than the teacher or for some of them when it comes to technology. So we need to help those teacher or guide them so that they are able to use electronics gadgets and implicate it to teaching. Next, technology should not replace the human teacher. Of course, hindi dapat walang matututo sa technology bagkus majority ng tao ay nagre-rely na lamang sa technology, which is wrong. So next is learn how to appropriately use them. So manage your time. Hindi dapat oras-oras ay hawak natin yung gadgets natin. We should not always rely on that, especially in learning. Yan, caution should be observed to protect individual privacy. Yan, be cautious. Teacher must be aware that the use of technology may jeopardize your privacy and security. When we say jeopardize, it is put into situation in which there is a danger of loss, harm, or failure. So all issues and many more shall be part of teaching content. So learner needs guidance on how to use regulate technology. Yun, sabi ko nga, manage your time on using gadgets or any technology or using next is learners should take advantage of the potential of learning support they can derive, such as the development of HOTS. When we say HOTS, meaning ng HOTS is higher order thinking skills. So yun, teachers and learners should also be mindful of the e-waste that are being thrown away to the land and to the atmosphere.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the next reporter, and my topic is all about safety issues in ICT and uses of ICT policies in the teaching and learning environment. So let us first discuss about safety issues in ICT. First, we have here trailing cables. So computer equipment is often connected to lots of cables, power, network, etc. If these cables are laying on the floor, they can cause people to trip over them. So aware naman po tayo na madaming nakakonect na mga cables sa isang computer. So kapag hindi ito naka-place ng maayos is pwede itong mag-cause ng accident. So, ano ang pwede natin gawing solution? So, we have here solution. Place cables inside cable ducts or under the carpet or flooring. Next is split drinks or food. If any liquids are split on electrical equipment such as a computer, it can result in damage to the equipment or an electric shock to the user. So, this is the reason kung bakit ipinagbabawal sa computer laboratory or even sa computer shop yung mga foods and drinks. Kasi pwede itong mag-cause ng accident. And also, makakasira din ito sa mga computer equipment. So, the solution for this is keep drinks and food away from computer. Overload power socket. So, plugging too many power cables into a socket can result in the socket being overloaded, overheating, and a fire starting. So, sabi dito, pwedeng pagmulan ng sunog kapag overloaded yung power socket natin. So, the solution is never plug too many cables into a socket and always make sure there are fire extinguishers nearby. So, let us proceed to the last safety issues in ICT, which is the heavy objects falling. Many items of computer equipment are very heavy. CRT monitors, laser printers, etc. Heavy items can cause serious injury if they fall on people. So, aware naman tayo na mabibigat talaga yung computer equipment. Na kapag nahulugan tayo nito sa kahit saang parte ng ating katawan is pwede tayo magkaroon ng serious injury. For example is fracture. To prevent this incident, we have here the solution. So, make sure equipment is placed on strong tables or shelves. So, that's all about safety issues in ICT. So, let us proceed to the uses of ICT policies in the teaching and learning environment. First, we have here digital culture and digital literacy. So, when we say digital culture, it is a concept that describes how technology and the internet are shaping the way that we interact as a human. So, when we say digital literacy, means having the skills you need to live, learn, and work in a society where communication and access to information is increasing through digital technologies like internet platform, social media, and mobile devices. Next is the ICT and teacher professional development. So, the development of technology enables the teacher to develop and improve professionalism, equality, anytime and anywhere. So, the teacher is expected to be responsive toward the development and changes that the teacher is able to perform a learning activity which is in line with the development and modernization. The next one is ensuring benefits of ICT investments. So, to ensure the investment made in ICT benefit students, additional conditions must be met. School policies need to provide schools with the minimum acceptable infrastructure for ICT, including stable and affordable internet connectivity and security measures such as filters and site blockers. And the last is the resource constraint context. So, resource constraint context is about environments with a relative lack of technical, social, or economic resources. For example, infrastructure, purchasing power, economic activities, and also educational facilities.
DepEd-related policies. So again, I am Angeline Loria, the next reporter for this afternoon. So I'm going to discuss to you the DepEd-related policies in ICT. So the Department of Education, or the DepEd here in our country, which is the Philippines, has implemented several or various policies and guidelines na related to information and communication technology or the ICT in education. So here are some of the most important ones. First, we have the DepEd Order number 31 series of 2012, also known as the Policy Guidelines on the implementation of the grades 1 to 10 of the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum or the BEC effective school year 2012 to 2013. This policy requires all public and private schools to integrate. So when we say integrate, it is to combine or merge ICT in the teaching and learning process across all subject areas. So it mandates the use of technology para ma-enhance lalo yung students' performance and also ma-improve yung teacher effectiveness. So ayan. So the next, we have the DepEd Order number 10 series of 2016, also known as the Policy and Guidelines for the Comprehensive Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene in Schools, or WINS program. This policy includes the use of ICT in the monitoring and reporting of water and sanitation facilities in school. So here naman is pinopromote naman yung paggamit ng digital tools. When we say digital tools, these are the software, programs, applications, platforms, and online or offline resources na pwedeng magamit with the use of computers or other mobile devices which incorporate text or audio. So let's jump to another slide. We have the DepEd Order number 55 series of 2016 or the Policy Guidelines on the National Assessment of Student Learning for the K-12 Basic Education Program. So this policy mandates the use of ICT in the administration of national assessments of student learning. So dito is in-encourage ang paggamit ng digital assessment tools. When we say digital assessment, it is the presentation of assessment for judging students' achievement. So it can be done through the use of technology such as computers and internet. So for example, online tests, virtual presentations, and other platforms para ma-improve yung accuracy and efficiency ng assessment. So next, we have the DepEd Order number 2 series of 2015, also known as the Guidelines on the Establishment and Implementation of the Result-Based Performance Management System or the RPMS in the Department of Education. So this policy includes the use of ICT in the RPMS, which is a performance evaluation system for teachers and school heads. So it mandates the use of an online platform para sa submission of performance reports and also for the monitoring progress. Next, we have the DepEd Order number 42 series of 2016, also known as the Policy Guidelines on Daily Lesson Preparation for the K-12 Basic Education Program. So this policy includes the use of ICT in the preparation of daily lesson plans by teachers. So dito, sa policy na to is in-encourage yung paggamit ng digital tools and other resources to, of course, ma-enhance the quality and efficiency of lesson preparation. So, yung mga teacher is talagang ini-encourage na gumamit ng ICT tools and resources para makagawa sila ng lessons na more interactive and more engaging as well. So next we have the DepEd Order number 57 series of 2017, also known as the Policy on the Protection of Children in Armed Conflict. So this order provides guidelines for the protection of children in armed conflict, including those who are involved in the use of ICT. So here naman is ina-emphasize the need, or it emphasizes the need to protect children from the negative effects of too much exposure to violent and harmful online content. So, it's very evident, diba? As we have probably already gathered, it's very evident yung violent sa internet, diba? And most of the time is na-adapt or it does affect our behavior. So, that is why this policy protects the children from this kind of conflict. So I think this is the last policy. We have the DepEd Order number 12 series of 2020. So bago lang ito. So, or also known as Adoption of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan for school year 2020 to 2021 in light of the COVID-19 public health emergency. So this order provides guidelines for the implementation of distance learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. So this policy talks about, or it emphasizes the need of schools to use ICT tools and other platforms to deliver education to students who are unable to physically attend classes. So that's it. Those policies that I have mentioned earlier demonstrate the DepEd's commitment to integrating ICT in education and improving the quality of teaching and learning here in our country, which is the Philippines.
Good day, sir. This is Maria Shalo Portugal, and I will be reporting the CHED-related ICT policies. And the first policy is Policy on Flexible Learning in Higher Education in the Philippines. This is the CHED Memorandum Order number 4, series of 2020. So this policy provides guidelines on the implementation of flexible learning in higher education institutions in the country. It recognizes the importance of using ICT tools and platforms to deliver quality education in a flexible and accessible manner. So, CHED Memorandum Order number 4 series of 2020 is the implementation of flexible learning and teaching options, approaches, strategies, system, pedagogies, and modalities in the higher education programs, both for undergraduate and graduate programs, including those under permit status by all public and private higher education institutions in the country. So, flexible learning is a pedagogical approach allowing flexibility of time, place, and audience, including but not solely focused on the use of technology. So, flexible learning is a learner-centered approach that is deeply rooted in the needs of the students. Next is the guidelines for the implementation of blended learning in higher education institutions against the COVID-19 pandemic. This is the CHED Memorandum Order number 7, series of 2021. So this policy provides guidelines on the implementation of blended learning in higher education institutions during the COVID-19 pandemic. So blended learning, it is a style of education in which students learn via electronic and online media as well as additional face-to-face learning. So it happens during the COVID-19 pandemic wherein nagamit nga yung blended learning na kagaya ngayon may face-to-face and then may online or asynchronous and synchronous learning. It emphasized the use of various ICT tools and platforms for the delivery of learning materials and activities. So when we doing the blended learning, we are using the ICT tools or learning materials in the activities. Just like using the Google Meet when the teachers are going to discuss the lessons so that magkakaroon ng interaction between teacher and students. And also, the learning materials na ginagamit kaya ng yung Google Form in quizzes and attendance, something like that. Policy on Quality Assurance of E-Learning Programs in Higher Education, CHED Memorandum Order Number 12, Series of 2019. So this policy provides guidelines on the quality assurance of e-learning programs in higher education institutions. It sets standards for design, development, and delivery of e-learning programs, including the use of appropriate ICT tools and platforms. So in this memorandum, they are assuring na yung e-learning programs na ginagamit nila ay nagsiset ng standards in terms of design, development, and on how will the teachers will deliver the discussion or the lessons in the students. And it also includes the use of appropriate ICT tools and platforms in teaching. And lastly, we have guidelines for the assessment and accreditation of e-learning program in higher education, CHED Memorandum Order Number 13, Series of 2020. So this policy provides guidelines on the assessment and accreditation of e-learning programs in higher education institutions. It sets criteria and standards for the evaluation of e-learning programs, including the use of ICT tools and platforms. So in this memorandum, they are assessing na the e-learning program and they are upgrading it and evaluating para malaman if effective ba or namimit ba yung standards ng e-learning programs.
That's all for our report. Hope you've learned something